I had all these plans to do some cooking today, sharing a little bit more of my keto stuff. But unfortunately, I've had nosebleeds like over the past 5 days. I've had three separate nosebleeds. And so I had the last one was this morning. I actually woke up. First time when as soon as I woke up, we go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh great, my nose is running already, and grab a piece of tissue, wipe it, and oop, it's bleeding. And guess what? The faucets were open from that point. So anyway, I was able to get myself together. Hard to do, not hard, just a bit difficult because again, blood steady running a lot. That may be kind of nasty. But anyway, getting a towel, all that good stuff, um, getting out of my gown, threw on a dress so I could take myself to the ER because it was really, really bleeding. So I made my way to the ER. Doctor, thankfully, he ended up having to put like medicine in each nostril to attempt to stop the bleeding. Um, had to do that twice. The first time it really didn't stop it. Second time putting the medicine on some little gauze and then sticking it all the way up my nose. Letting that sit for about, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes overall. Second go round, it did stop the bleeding more, where he was able to determine where the bleeding was coming from and he was able to cauterize it. It's a little burn. I'm like, he burnt my nose. I just noticed that since I got home, but he actually burnt my nose. So it was like a long matchstick, and the stuff on the end of the matchstick is what actually like cauterizes it. Anyway, he had to like numb my nose, all that stuff, and then cauterize it. So thankfully that worked. If that would not have worked, he would have had to put this balloon thing in that I would have had to left in my nose for a couple days and then go back to take it out and then maybe potentially cauterize it, or hopefully that would have built like some covering or protective membrane or stuff to hopefully regenerate. But he was able to cauterize it, so I don't have to have a packet in my nose again. I have had to have my nose packed before. I have had to have a vessel cauterized before too, but I hadn't had a nosebleed in forever, thankfully. But I guess with the season, with the dryness in the house, the first nosebleed actually 5 days ago was me leaving work, so it's not even like it was just at home. So I now, the treatment, I guess, is a matter of putting Vaseline like on the inside of each nostril, just a little bit in there. It's like if you do that at nighttime as you sleep, with your head back, that petroleum jelly kind of melts and goes back, and it helps to like coat your nose to allow some moisture to be there. But then I was reading about that, and you don't want to use too much because you don't want the Vaseline and stuff getting into your lungs. The other thing is to use a humidifier. So I will have a humidifier going on in the bedroom, getting that going. But then with the humidifier, they talk about sometimes, depending on how you clean them, they end up getting mold and mildew, and it may be difficult to clean. So I think I'll use filtered water. I think the thing is that filtered water may be a little bit better. But anyway, so after going through all that at the hospital this morning, coming home, I have to wait 3 hours before I can do any bending or heavy lifting. So I had marinated some chicken legs and chicken wings yesterday in some lemon turmeric dressing and prep for my meal prepping for today. And I can't do any of it yet, at least not for the next 3 hours, just because I don't want to be up and about and doing a whole lot of anything. And not that the pan of chicken that I have marinating is heavy. I just don't want to take any chances, and I just want to chill and take it easy. But in addition to the lemon turmeric marinating chicken, I bought a couple weeks ago actually, a can of palm hearts that are, they mimic noodles. And, in the keto way of eating, we ain't messing around with the noodles and the pasta and all that stuff. So I have some noodles that I had planned to cook. It's called palmini, Palmini. So I was actually going to make that today as one of the meals, the palmini noodles, along with, I have some jalapeno cheddar sausage, and I was going to mix that with some spinach to make like a little, I don't know, pasta dish, almost like a fettuccine type pasta dish, because I was going to make an Alfredo type sauce. So a white sauce with the noodles, with some spinach, and along with the beef jalapeno and cheddar sausage. So that was going to be a meal to go along with the lemon turmeric chicken. I think I was going to make either asparagus or Brussels sprouts. I have the veggies, so I would have did both. And I had some steak that I was going to cook some steak also to have. But thanks to the old nosebleed and nose burn, so my nose didn't hurt before this. It was just bleeding, which was disgusting in and of itself. But now it hurts. From him numbing it to burn it, it's like it actually hurts now. So anyway, I won't be sharing the cooking after all. Hopefully in the excuse me, look, this is my real life today for real, y'all. Hopefully within a little 3 hour time when I'm able to be up and about a little bit more, I will actually cook, because I still have work. I still have my little band on my wrist from the doctor that I need to cut off. So I need to take that off. But hopefully I will still cook. I just won't be able to share it, only because of going through the whole thing of setting stuff up. But lemon turmeric, which I just marinated. I put the little dressing over my legs and my wings yesterday, so I had that marinating all night long. I'm going to bake that on a 350 degree oven for, I believe it's 45 minutes that's supposed to bake for. So I'm going to do that. I will still make the asparagus. That'll be nice, easy, simple. I'll just stick it on a roasting pan also. Drizzle it with some olive oil and probably some lemon pepper and some sea salt. I'll probably slice up a little bit of fresh garlic with that asparagus also. The steak, I think I had some mushrooms in there, so with the steak, I'll just cook that easily on the stove also. Season it up real good, and probably just going to throw it in the skillet along with some fresh garlic for that also. And I think I have some scallions or just some regular red onion, I think, that I was throwing with that also. And then I have a sugar-free, uncured beef cheddar jalapeno sausage that I'll cut up to mix with, again, these palmini noodles. So the palmini noodles, I think they're like already done for the most part, but it's suggested that you maybe soak them in milk for, maybe 30 minutes before you actually use them. So I'll soak them in some almond milk. Actually, I have some unsweetened almond milk that I will let the noodles soak in. I'll just lightly brown my sausage, throw the spinach in there, then I'll add some heavy whipping cream along with some cream cheese and some grated Parmesan cheese, some salt and pepper and stuff to season that up to make a little sauce. And then I will throw the noodles that have been soaking in the almond milk into the mix. So that'll be the meal. Oh, I also do some Brussels sprouts. I've got some frozen Brussels sprouts that I'm just going to do easy, quick, simple now for sure. And just throw them in a pan with some water, seasoned with some red pepper flakes, whatever other seasoning I choose, a little bit of butter, and we'll just let those steam together real quick. So that'll be my food for the week. You won't be able to see me in action, but you know what I'm doing. Trying to keep it keto. So I tell you how I weigh myself every day after when I get up. So even this morning, in the midst of my nose bleeding, towel in my hand, nose pinched, I got on the scale and I was 189 point something again. Again, me and this 189 point whatever that I can't seem to get past. But I'm really hoping to get past that and get closer to this 180-pound mark. Fingers crossed that that'll happen. And fingers crossed that this nosebleed stuff is over. It was horrible over these past 3 days having to deal with it. And it's weird when you look up what to do and how to do. It's like not a whole bunch outside of the humidifier, you know, using a saline spray up your nose, or adding the Vaseline around it, or something else just to keep it a little bit moisturized to try to deal with the dryness in the air. I guess it was real dry in my office last week because the nosebleed last week was actually on my way home from work. Literally in my car, I had to stop and pull over, talking to my one daughter on the phone, and I didn't tell her first what was going on. But then she kept asking me, well, what was going on? Where was I at? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, actually, my nose is bleeding, so I stopped. I thought it was bleeding. I didn't tell her that during the time that I ended up stopping and all that good stuff. But thankfully, all is well. Hopefully, all will continue to be well as the nose on the inside heals. No blowing for 2 weeks. Hopefully, I don't normally have to blow my nose. I've been lucky in that I haven't had any colds over the past couple years with using my daily greens on the go. So my system has been pretty good and strong. My immune system has been great. Again, no colds, no sore throats, anything like that over the past couple years. So it's not like I've been sick with a cold, but just the dryness going on, which is crazy. But anyway, that was my quick update. I didn't even think it would be this long, but just to let you know what's going on. And sorry that I'm not able to cook today, though. I'm off today and was looking forward to sharing and cooking with you guys. But until next time, right? All right. Have a great day.